Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue that's reigniting old rivalries and turning trusted alliances into battlegrounds in The Bold and the Beautiful. Just when peace seemed possible between two of the show's most iconic women, a long-buried scheme comes to light, one that will unravel trust, destroy fragile unity, and flip the balance of power inside Forrester Creations. This is the story of how a secret from the past brings back hatred, betrayal, and a new alliance that no one saw coming. Let's get straight into it. After months of emotional turbulence and personal healing, Hope Logan returned to Forrester Creations. Her comeback marked a pivotal shift in the ongoing saga between her and Steffy Forrester. Once bitter rivals, the two women had come to a quiet truce. Past heartbreaks, especially those involving Liam, had taken a back seat. Shared responsibilities at Forrester and a renewed focus on family gave both women reason to move forward, not backward. Steffy, seemingly reformed from past resentments, had even welcomed Hope's return to the company. For once, the halls of Forrester Creations were not echoing with whispered tension and power struggles. Hope was productive, creative, and ready to rebuild. Steffy, as the company's executive, played the part of a supportive leader. But that peace didn't last. Behind the curtains of professionalism and cordial smiles, a truth was quietly boiling. One that involved Daphne, a woman who had worked her way into the inner circles of Forrester Creations. Originally brought on board under the guise of professional contribution, a talented fragrance expert, Daphne had a secret mission, one that even Hope never suspected. Daphne had been hired by Steffy. Not as a consultant. Not as a creative partner. But as a strategic weapon. Her assignment was to drive a wedge between Hope and Carter Walton, whose relationship had been growing steadily despite outside distractions. Steffy, still harboring bitterness at the time, had orchestrated Daphne's hiring with one goal: sabotage. For a while, it worked. Daphne, attractive, clever, and cunning, worked her charm on Carter. She insinuated herself into conversations, appeared at just the right times, and leveraged emotional vulnerability to her advantage. She knew Carter had been hurt by Hope's lingering connections to Liam. She used that doubt to push him further away from Hope, and closer to her. But what Steffy hadn't counted on was that Daphne would develop real feelings for Carter. What began as manipulation turned into genuine emotion. Daphne didn't want to hurt Hope anymore. She didn't want to be a pawn in Steffy's old vendetta. She wanted Carter, for real. Eventually, Steffy noticed the shift. With Hope back at Forrester and showing dedication to her work and emotional maturity, Steffy no longer saw her as a threat. Her anger had cooled. The guilt over her own scheming weighed on her. Steffy decided to clean house and end her previous manipulations, starting with Daphne. Steffy called Daphne into her office. The decision was swift and cold. Daphne was fired. There was no debate. No second chance. No negotiation. Steffy made it clear, Daphne's services were no longer needed. The plan to destroy Hope's relationship had expired, and so had Daphne's role in the company. Daphne was furious. Not just at losing her job, but at being discarded after everything. She had done everything Steffy asked. She had played her part. And now, when her feelings for Carter were real, Steffy was pushing her out like she never mattered. The fury inside Daphne ignited. But unlike Steffy, Daphne didn't believe in keeping secrets buried. Daphne reached out to both Hope and Carter and arranged a meeting. It was time to come clean. In a private conversation that would change everything, Daphne confessed the entire plot. She told them that she hadn't come to Forrester Creations by accident. That Steffy had brought her in with the specific purpose of separating them. That every early conversation, every subtle flirtation, every shared moment, had been part of a carefully crafted plan to break them apart. Hope and Carter were stunned. At first, they didn't believe it. They couldn't. Not after everything Steffy had said about moving forward, about peace, about rebuilding. But as Daphne laid out the details, the dates, the strategies, the conversations, the truth became undeniable. Hope was livid. All the progress, all the trust she had extended, all the grace she had given to Steffy, it had been based on a lie. Steffy hadn't changed. She had only waited for the right time to strike. And when it didn't go her way, she cleaned her hands by firing the person she used. Hope was done. She stormed back to Forrester Creations, packed her things, and informed HR that she would no longer be working at the company. She would not report to Steffy. She would not sit in meetings with a woman who had actively plotted against her happiness. Hope didn't just walk away from her job, she walked away from the truce. The fragile peace between Steffy and Hope shattered in an instant. What could have been a season of healing turned into another chapter of conflict. And this time, Hope wasn't coming back alone. She had Daphne. Despite everything, Daphne had done something Steffy never had, told the truth. She didn't have to come clean. She could have disappeared quietly. Instead, she chose to tell Hope and Carter the full story, at the cost of her job, her reputation, and her future at Forrester. That honesty created a new bond between Hope and Daphne. Once enemies by circumstance, they were now allies by choice. Hope and Daphne became partners in a new mission, to stand against Steffy. No more passivity. No more tolerance. Hope decided she would create her own path, her own brand, and maybe even her own company, something independent from the Forrester name. She had the talent. She had the support. And now, with Daphne's creative expertise and insider knowledge, she had the right partner to help her build something powerful. Meanwhile, Carter stood by Hope's side. Although he was hurt by everything that had happened, including the manipulation and confusion around his relationship with Daphne, he remained loyal to Hope. Together, they walked away from the toxicity of Forrester's internal politics. Steffy was left alone to deal with the fallout. Her decision to sabotage Hope and Carter had now cost her the fragile peace she had built, a key creative talent, and her credibility. The board at Forrester Creations began to whisper. Questions were raised. If Steffy was willing to manipulate personal relationships, what other lines had she crossed? Thomas, Ridge, and others in the company began to distance themselves, unsure of how to defend Steffy's actions. Even Taylor questioned her daughter's judgment. The war had begun anew. Steffy and Hope were once again enemies, but this time, the battle wasn't over Liam or fashion lines. It was over principles, loyalty, and personal integrity. And this time, Hope wasn't the only one fighting back. With Daphne at her side, Hope prepared to launch something that could rival Forrester Creations, a new label, a new fragrance line, or a bold fashion house designed around empowerment and truth. The exact nature of their next move remains under wraps, but one thing is certain, Hope is no longer playing defense. She's ready to strike. And the Bold and the Beautiful is once again delivering high-stakes drama that could change the landscape of the show forever. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments, did Steffy go too far? Can Hope and Daphne truly trust each other? And do you think Hope should start her own fashion empire to go head-to-head with Forrester? Stay tuned, because the drama has only just begun. Next, we will unpack the latest emotional roller coaster on The Bold and the Beautiful. In this episode, Hope Logan delivers a stunning revelation to Carter Walton, leaving him, and us, reeling from the whiplash of her fluctuating affections. From her tumultuous past with Liam Spencer to her passionate dalliances with Thomas Forrester and Finn, Hope's heart has been a battleground of desire and indecision. Now, with her recent return to Forrester Creations and an apparent recommitment to Carter, viewers are left wondering if Hope's intentions are genuine or if she's navigating her emotions with a kind of self-preservation tinged with confusion. Let's delve into this complex web of relationships, adding new layers and exploring the underlying motivations that might drive Hope's actions. Hope's emotional odyssey. Hope Logan, the embodiment of a woman caught between worlds, has oscillated between different men, each seemingly offering a different part of the life she craves. After the painful dissolution of her marriage to Liam Spencer, Hope embarked on a journey of self-discovery that led her down paths of passion, regret, and longing. Her affair with Thomas Forrester was a whirlwind, full of excitement and emotional turmoil, exacerbated by Thomas's own broken heart when Hope remained noncommittal. Then came her inexplicable fascination with Steffy's husband Finn, a connection that hinted at more than just fleeting attraction, making us question where Hope's heart truly lies. Enter Carter Walton, her confidant and friend-turned-lover. His revelation of attraction towards her marked a turning point, transforming their friendship into something more intimate. However, even this new relationship wasn't immune to Hope's lingering feelings for her past. Last week, viewers witnessed a vulnerable Hope clinging to Liam, begging him to rekindle their flame, only to be met with doubt and resistance from a man who no longer recognized the spark in her eyes. Liam's advice to make her burgeoning relationship with Carter work was a turning point, yet it left Hope, and consequently us, pondering the depth of her commitment. Hope's announcement and Carter's confusion. On Tuesday's episode, Hope, with a mix of excitement and trepidation, shared some uplifting news with Carter, her return to Forrester Creations. This professional victory was supposed to mark a new beginning, but it was quickly overshadowed by the elephant in the room, her unresolved feelings for Liam. Carter, having overheard Hope's desperate plea to Liam, pressed for clarity. Did she still harbor a dream of getting back with her ex? Hope, perhaps sensing Carter's anxiety, rushed to reassure him that he was the right man for her, and reiterated that he always had been. Yet, the way she delivered this assurance, her body language, and the hint of uncertainty in her eyes when she embraced Carter, painted a picture of a woman grappling with her own emotions. This interaction speaks volumes about Hope's internal conflict. Her recent history suggests a pattern of seeking validation and companionship rather than a singular, deep-seated love. Having been rejected by Liam, might she be using Carter as a fallback, not out of genuine affection but from a fear of facing life alone? This question lingers, adding layers to their relationship that neither Carter nor the audience can easily unravel. The risk of leading Carter astray. Carter, known for his stoic demeanor and dedication, has undoubtedly fallen head over heels for Hope. Her return to him, armed with assurances of commitment, should have been the happiest moment for both. Yet, the undercurrent of her past longing for Liam and her reputation for indecisiveness casts a shadow over their reunion. If Hope is leading Carter on, it might not just affect him emotionally but could inadvertently push him into the arms of another, like the enigmatic Daphne Rose. Daphne, with her Parisian charm and fiery determination, could easily become a temptation for a heartbroken Carter. Their potential connection would offer a different dynamic, potentially more stable and less fraught with the emotional baggage that Hope carries from her past relationships. This scenario isn't just speculation but mirrors the real-life complexities of human relationships where rebounds and rebounds on rebounds create an intricate dance of hearts and desires. The introspection of love and commitment. This episode of The Bold and the Beautiful serves as a poignant exploration of love, commitment, and the fear of solitude. Hope's journey mirrors the struggles many face when caught between past loves and the promise of new beginnings. Is her commitment to Carter genuine, or is it a shield against the loneliness she dreads? For Carter, his journey reflects the pain of holding on to hope against all odds, and the risk of being lost to another's emotional storm. As the saga of Forrester creations continues to unfold, viewers are left to contemplate the delicate balance of finding love amidst heartbreak. Will Hope's newfound clarity solidify her bond with Carter, or will the shadows of her past pull her in different directions? And what of Carter? Will he recognize the signs of being a mere placeholder in Hope's life, or will his heart lead him to other, perhaps greener, pastures? Next, we will explore the shifting alliances and hidden truths stirring up drama on The Bold and the Beautiful. In this latest chapter, Steffy Forrester Finnegan faces a potential fracture in her close friendship with Daphne Rose, while a surprising reconciliation with Hope Logan threatens to upend established dynamics at Forrester Creations. A heart-wrenching secret about Liam Spencer binds Steffy and Hope in an unexpected way, raising questions about loyalty, trust, and the future of key relationships. With new details woven into the narrative and fresh perspectives added to deepen the story, let's dive into the emotional undercurrents and potential fallout that could reshape the lives of these iconic characters. A secret unites rivals at Forrester Creations. In the opulent world of Forrester Creations, where rivalries often overshadow camaraderie, a profound and somber revelation has forged an unlikely alliance between Steffy Forrester Finnegan and Hope Logan. Amidst the backdrop of elegant design studios and high-stakes boardroom battles, Steffy took the courageous step of confiding in Hope about a devastating truth. Liam Spencer, a pivotal figure in both their lives, is battling a terminal illness. Though their relationship has long been marked by tension and conflict, Steffy recognized Hope's right to know, given their shared history with Liam and the daughter they co-parent. Liam, grappling with his own fears, had chosen to shield this painful reality from many, leaving Steffy to step in as the bearer of tragic news. This act of transparency has created a fragile but significant bond, as the two women stand as the sole keepers of this secret within their close-knit circle. Beyond the shared burden of Liam's prognosis, Steffy and Hope have made a remarkable decision to bury the hatchet, prioritizing the well-being of Liam and their intertwined families over past resentments. Steffy, in a gesture of genuine goodwill, extended an olive branch by inviting Hope to return to her role at Forrester Creations. This move, while a beacon of hope for unity, is poised to send ripples of confusion and curiosity through the company's ranks. Employees and family members alike are likely to speculate about this sudden shift in dynamics, wondering what could have prompted such a dramatic turnaround. Picture the whispers in the hallways, the raised eyebrows during design meetings, as the news of Hope's reinstatement spreads like wildfire. This unexpected partnership not only marks a new chapter for Steffy and Hope but also sets the stage for complex reactions from those on the periphery of their world, particularly Steffy's closest confidant, Daphne Rose. Will this secret and the resulting truce hold under the scrutiny of those unaware of the deeper truth, or will it unravel under the weight of misunderstanding? Friendship on the brink, Steffy and Daphne's bond tested. Steffy has long cherished her friendship with Daphne Rose, a Parisian perfumer whose vibrant personality and unwavering loyalty have made her a trusted ally in both personal and professional spheres. Their bond, often seen as a pillar of strength amidst the chaos of Forrester Creations, has been a source of laughter and support through countless challenges. However, the winds of change are blowing, and this cherished friendship teeters on the edge of collapse. As Steffy forges a surprising connection with Hope, driven by their mutual concern for Liam, Daphne finds herself on the outside looking in, a position that breeds unease and suspicion. When news of Hope's return to Forrester Creations reaches Daphne, possibly during a casual coffee catch-up at a chic LA bistro, her reaction is likely to be one of shock and bewilderment. Why would Steffy, after years of discord with Hope, suddenly welcome her back into the fold? This question will undoubtedly nag at Daphne, prompting her to confront Steffy in search of answers. The tension between them could flare during a private moment in Steffy's office, surrounded by sketches of upcoming collections and the faint scent of Daphne's signature perfumes lingering in the air. Daphne, feeling sidelined, might press Steffy on her decision, her tone a mix of hurt and curiosity as she questions this abrupt change of heart. Steffy, bound by the need to protect Liam's secret, will be unable to disclose the full truth, creating an even wider chasm between her and Daphne. While Daphne doesn't share a significant connection with Liam, her exclusion from this pivotal piece of information could make her feel like an outsider in Steffy's life. As she watches Steffy and Hope grow closer, perhaps bonding over shared memories of Liam during late-night strategy sessions at Forrester, Daphne might grapple with feelings of betrayal. Could this be the catalyst that fractures their once unbreakable bond? There's a chance Daphne might interpret Steffy's actions as a personal slight, leading to heated exchanges or a gradual drift apart. Fans can imagine Daphne retreating into her own world, perhaps confiding in a new character, a sympathetic colleague from Paris who offers a listening ear over transatlantic video calls, as she wrestles with her place in Steffy's evolving circle. Hope's agenda and Daphne's isolation. While Steffy navigates the delicate balance of her friendships, Hope's return to Forrester Creations introduces fresh layers of intrigue. With her professional footing restored, Hope may turn her attention to personal matters, potentially setting her sights on reclaiming Carter Walton's heart after a tumultuous period of separation. Alternatively, whispers around Forrester suggest Hope might harbor a grudge against Daphne and Carter, perceiving them as obstacles in her path. If Hope believes Daphne played a role in widening the rift between her and Carter, perhaps through subtle manipulations or whispered warnings, she might channel her energy into a calculated bid for revenge. Envision Hope strategizing behind closed doors, leveraging her renewed position to subtly undermine Daphne's projects, all while maintaining a facade of civility during team meetings. This undercurrent of hostility could add a thrilling edge to workplace interactions, keeping viewers guessing about Hope's true intentions. For Daphne, the shifting landscape at Forrester Creations could leave her feeling like a castaway on an island of her own making. As Steffy gravitates toward Hope, and possibly as Hope tightens her grip on Carter, Daphne might find herself isolated, her once central role in Steffy's life diminished.